The presidential election officially starts today. Election Day, according to my wall calendar and many other sources, is exactly 60 days from today, Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. Depending on where you live, polls will open in the morning and close between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. at night. If you vote in person, you might get a sticker. If you vote in person, you might get a sticker. You might even be able to cast your vote in an NBA arena. But the voting merely ends on November 3rd. It begins today, like right now. According to the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, 41% of all votes in the 2016 presidential election were cast before Election Day, 17% at early voting locations, and 24% by mail. That's 57 million votes cast early. This year, with COVID-19 pandemic pushing states to devote more resources to mail voting, it's likely to be even higher. And the first of those ballots are being mailed in today in North Carolina. Per the Charlotte Observer, on Friday, hundreds of thousands of absentee ballots will go in the mail as the state becomes the first to start voting for the November election. Election officials are braced for a record number of mail-in votes. More than 618,000 absentee ballots have been received through Wednesday, and election officials expect up to 10 times as many usual to be cast this year. In North Carolina, absentee ballots can be requested until October 23rd, and return ballots must be postmarked by 5 p.m. on November 3rd. Though given the current crunch at the United States Postal Service, North Carolinians will probably want to give themselves more of a buffer than that. There's probably a lot more you should know. Thankfully, there are tons of simple resources to navigate the registration and voting process wherever you live. The point is, it's finally happening. Much of the coverage of the presidential campaign and down ballot races will focus on November 3rd, or perhaps the aftermath of November 3rd, as votes in some states continue to trickle in through the mail and be counted in other states. This New York Times has a good primer of which ones your return mail-in ballots will have to be received by the election officials before the poll close on Election Day. But it is just not so clear-cut anymore. Elections have a lifespan of their own. From this point on, every day that goes by, every damaging story, every crisis, every ad barrage is unfolding during an active election. By the time the first presidential debate starts in Cleveland on September 29th, people will have been voting for about 3 weeks. Some perhaps will be watching it with a ballot in their hands.